back. Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We're now moving into our third and final topic for the morning. This one is actually all about virtual dance competition. And in to tell us about it, we have Karen Vernon, who is the event organizer, and Jamie Thompson, who is an event organizer as well. Guys, good morning. It's so nice to see both of you.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Hi, Miss Kay. Give me a smile, no?
Good morning. Hi, good morning.
That was your time delay. We know how long we have to wait now.
So guys, we know that the political atmosphere it's very tough at this particular point. A lot of people are looking forward to a lot of things. But at the same time, we need to understand that we need to do things for ourselves as well. And I think a dance competition is definitely something we could look forward to as well. So let's talk about it.
Exactly.
Dance competition at this time. Ms. Kay, Jamie, tell us about it. What are we talking about here?
The thing with Congo Dance Belize, it's not just a competition. It's actually an international festival.
Oh.
But because of the COVID and all that this year, we decided that we have to definitely scale it down. And we will do a virtual dance competition, and our dancers have been very excited about this. Also involved will be virtual workshops. We have a segment called Conversations With, where dancers from Belize will get an opportunity to talk with professional dancers internationally. We have a social media promotion called Dancer Spotlight, where we feature a dancer daily on our social media platform. And to end all this, we have a virtual showcase where we will showcase all the winners from the competition, as well as feature some of our international partners doing performances. So it's an exciting time for us.
The catchy word there is international. So can you tell us where we'll be getting folks from to see the kind of competition that we'll be going up against?
Actually, the competition part will just be in between Belizean dancers. It's not going to be Belizean dancers against international companies. Our international friends will come just to showcase and be a part of the experience with us. But the competition, it will be exclusive to the Belizean talent.
Yeah. So this is all a way of keeping the arts alive during this time. And so I wanted to hear from you directly, Jamie. And Karen, I know you've definitely kept great relations with dancers across the country. How are things going, and what have you been up to?
So many things. I do believe that while we cannot pinpoint exactly why we're in this season that we're in, I do believe that the time is afforded to us for a reason. And I am choosing, and I'm sure in conversations with Ms. Karen, we've decided for ourselves and on the mission that we've been on for our life, is that we will continue to press forward in that and find new ways of expressing that purpose. I was on a panel in July with my Trinidadian counterparts, and they were complaining about, even before COVID, not being able to perform in big theaters because it's so expensive and presenters don't want to present the Caribbean folk or the African folk. And I had to say to them, I said, our dance was not created in a proscenium stage. Our dance was created in a community. And so the challenge for us then is to be able to go back to those places, because that's where we have to be now. We can't go into the theaters. Even if we're filming, it has to be socially distant. So you have to go through a whole bunch of testing. And so this is a time to challenge us and to strip away the dressings, the materialisms that we've been subscribing to all these time. And so we are taking this opportunity to go back to the root, to the center, to the core of why we dance. At the same time, we're still making an effort to continue to grow, continue to learn more, continue to share with each other. So I believe that, this time is an opportunity to do something like this. When things resume, however it may be, I am excited for the things that we can add to this. But Ms. Karen and I thought it was very important to continue and not just press pause, because buildings are closed.
Yeah. And thankfully, the musical artists got a chance to get some work with the upcoming elections. But or dancers, I'm sure, are starved, as you've spoken about, and not just financially, but in being able to express themselves. And
Exactly.
and so I mean, it probably is, though, a kind of return to the joy that when you do dance, it is for your own personal fulfillment and enjoyment once again. Is that kind of what you've been hearing?
Um, it depends. Those of us who dance for a living, that is not the feeling at all,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
that's how we take care
But
of
we don't have
ourselves.
many of those in Belize, right?
You're right. But in Belize, it's definitely, I do believe, and Miss Karen and I had this conversation where, yes, when, we bring all these international companies, and yes, these dancers are paid, these directors are paid, these choreographers are paid. But what does dance look like in a space where it is not yet viable for a professional career? What does dance look like in a cultural landscape? It is as important in that landscape as it is in the professional world. So I do believe that the continuation of this exercise is important, not just for those who make their daily bread from it, but those who, to identify with our culture, especially in a moment like this political climate that you're in, where you're looking to change government or re-elect a government. Having that cultural identity is a huge part of making those kind of decisions. So I'm hoping that having this at this moment will kind of give us somewhat of a home base, a reminder of who we are culturally.
Congo dance.
Yeah.
I really like that because it actually speaks culturally. Congo just reminds me of Brother David and what he would say in his songs. And
Exactly.
in continuing on, though, I'd like to say thank you to Jamie, and thank you to you, Miss K, for always bringing in the forefront the ability for Belizeans to see what the international stage look like, and continue to put people in the give people the ability to step up what they've got. So when is all this going to take place?
Well, there's first of all there's a junior and senior segment, and we have 3 different categories: the traditional, the modern, and the hip hop. So you can submit a video, your dance video, by the 11th, which is next week, 3 to 5 minutes in any of these categories, to kungodancebelize@gmail.com, and you will be a part of the competition. We have international judges as well as local judges. So these judges will determine who the winners are in the different categories.
Okay.
So if you think you can dance, or you can dance, submit your video to kungodancebelize@gmail.com by the 11th of November, 3 to 5 minutes long.
Does it have to be an organized dance group? Could it be, just people who are at home together and want to give it a try?
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah.
It's open. We have recently a pop-up of hip hop dancers, and many of them are either solo or duets, and they're excited about it. It's something for them to do, something for them to look forward to. They're excited about the competition.
Is there a TikTok competition? Because that's a dance that everybody's doing, right?
Well, we do have a Friday promotion on our social media, so maybe we'll think about that.
How many entries are you guys looking for? Because you do have cultural there, and I could imagine the amount of punta rock you guys are going to get.
Listen, the more the merrier. Yes.
There's no limit.
No limit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I mean, what's been the response so far? Because when you're used to a stage, it's one thing, and now you're going to be recording it and kind of doing it whether in your backyard, in your living room, or whatever space you designate as your stage. What have people been saying?
It gives you more reason to be creative. It's not just the stage with the lights. So you think about your dance, what song you're dancing to, what type of dance you're doing, and you use the space you want. So it leads you to be more creative.
I think for those people who would shy away from the stage, this is an opportunity for you to kind of do your thing in your own comfort zone, so to speak, and then close your eyes and click send and send it to us, right? But
it's too late. We have it.
yes, so just close your eyes and click send. It's okay. We'll take it from there. But I think this is a good opportunity for us to participate in something that you're usually most people just decide to be a spectator.
Yeah.
You know, so it's open to everyone. If it's you and your granny, that's okay. We'll take it.
Wait, really?
And of course, there are prizes.
What? Jimmy,
of course, there are prizes. So
I wanna take this time to say, you know what? We know that it's difficult. We see artists going online doing their concerts. But you could actually hear the message that they're bringing across, and people resonate to it, especially via YouTube and whatnot. We see poets going on there and hearing what they've got to do. It might be a low time for dancers because they might not feel as compelled to do it or want to actually show that particular skill. Jimmy, you being international, what would be your advice to us home, especially to dancers who would like to showcase themselves at this particular time? What do you say to these folks to build them up?
There's no time like now. I do think, especially when you're in a formalized setting, right? And the thing is with school and education, whether it's math, science, whatever, theater, art, music, we spend so much time on trying to perfect something before we get to share it. And sometimes the sharing is a part of the process. You don't have to wait until you think, I mean, sometimes you will never think it's good enough because we're our toughest critic. But I think sometimes if you're sharing something from a place of pure intention and honesty, it will be received. And your concern for the type of feedback should not be an issue, because then in that case, you're not sharing for the right reason. Yeah. If you're sharing to uplift, if you're sharing just to express yourself, it doesn't matter what somebody else thinks, you know? And so I think don't wait until you think you're on someone else's level, because that might not even be your trajectory. What if you never get there? What if you never leave Belize for whatever reason? What if you never get more training? Does that mean that you will change the value of dance or whatever it is that you like? I do find that interesting. I like on things like TikTok and Instagram, some of the stuff that people are popular for are so common. Right? It's not like that's the word I'm going to use. It's so common, but because they committed to it, they found their audience. Right? Sometimes the people that we want to be our audience is not our audience. Get over it. They will never like you. It's okay. Right. Look, if you keep and you stick to what you're doing, you will find your audience. You will find your supporters. And the world is huge. It's much bigger than the people that you can see or reach to, right or left. And so I would say go for it. And for those people who, and I know how our culture is sometimes, it kind of holds us back, because yes, we have this animated culture, but sometimes it's to our detriment, because that what she thinks she did do. Well, apparently I'm doing more than you because you have time to watch me. So
right. Snap.
You know, and so
you gotta do that with that head tilt.
You know, we kind of have to untrain ourselves and to be a little more accepting of our culture, because when you look at, for example, if you look to countries like Jamaica, where I lived for a short period of time, sometimes it's some of the craziest things that they do. But when you're in any country in this world and you think Caribbean, Jamaica is the country that comes to mind. There's so many other Caribbean countries. There's so many other cultures within the Caribbean diaspora. But that's what they think about, because like I said, they stick to what they do, and they do it with such pride and such conviction till they make you want to be a part of that. And I do believe that we have room to practice that a little bit in Belize, where, listen, this is what it is. You know, you love it or really love it. You know, that's how I think about it. You're either going to love it or going to really love it.
Amazing.
But that's I would say, you know, go for it.
Yeah, I love what you're saying. I think that very often we kind of wait on the environment to change to kind of embrace us. But many times you kind of just have to put yourself out there. And that's what many have done, those who've made a name for themselves. They've really just put out the talent, and who likes it, who doesn't, well, they usually catch up. And
Correct.
unfortunately, we do know that we kind of have that culture where people rely on that external validation first before we want to accept our own.
Right.
But things
Right.
are changing, and people are getting more brave with social media because they have more platforms and an instantaneous international reach if they can get their content
Correct.
out. So
Yeah.
this is also an opportunity because this is exclusively online. Karen, tell us one more time just who all can get involved, age groups, and what you're really hoping
Deadlines.
people are going to do with this competition.
We have had interest from people who I didn't even know before, dance. So that has been a positive. Of course, the regular dancers, the regular groups are participating as well. But we have new people who have shown interest and sent us an email or sent us a message on Facebook asking questions. So we know it's going to be a huge turnout. And as I said before, juniors are 9 to 16 years old, seniors are 16 and above. And the categories are traditional, modern, and hip hop. And prizes will be for these three categories in both juniors and seniors, as well as a solo prize. Send your video to congodancebelize@gmail.com by the 11th of November. It should be 3 to 5 minutes long. Simple.
All right. That is awesome. And it's based on the dance, not on the quality of the video production, right?
It will be judged on the dance. I mean,
Okay.
you can fancy up your video, that's fine, but you will be judged by your dance.
Awesome.
And also remember too, we'll have workshops which we'll post. We'll have our conversations, and these are all virtual. And then our final showcase on November 27th on the Real Talk Show.
Awesome.
Well, guys, thank you so very much, Kay. And of course, Jamie, you guys continue to do it big. Thank you so very much for what you've been doing. And keep up the good work. We're going to see you again soon.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So we're about to take our final break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. Stay with us.